Hello everyone, my name is Miranda and today I am here to review the premiere of The Gifted, which is the latest, Legion, the latest X-Men show on Fox. And this show I have been so super excited for because I feel like, first of all, X-Men in general, aside from the movies, are very, I feel like, underrated in that there's just so many of them you can pick from and use. Now, The Gifted was going to give it a go with some lesser known characters, and I was super excited to see it because it looked awesome. It looked like a great blend of just superpowers but also real life issues, because that's what makes, I think, the X-Men so prevalent, always so relevant, you know, to what's going on because of the whole mutant issue and if mutants are bad and should be banned or on a watch list or everything like that. And that's always an issue that I think, no matter what, when it was created now, is still an issue today. So that whole big thing was basically just my way of saying that I was super excited for this. It also had the girl from Gotham in it who played Silver, and as much as I did not like her on Gotham because she was mean to my Selena, I was excited to see her on this because she was a good actress. So after watching the pilot, I am even more excited now for what the series is going to be, because I feel like the pilot was super strong. It did a good job of introducing all these characters, even though I feel like there's a lot of characters. Like, just like watching this, I'm like, okay, not all these characters are gonna make it to the end of the season. Like, clearly some of them are gonna die. My money's on John right now, or Marcos, but probably John, just putting that out there. But I like how they set it up very nicely in that it's kind of taken out of the world of the movies that we know, because the X-Men have gone underground. No one knows where they are, and mutants are now kind of being hunted very publicly. So I really did like all the different powers that we got to see too. I think it was really nice to see just how well versed the X-Men universe is, because you have so many different powers. For example, I really loved Lorna, Marcos, and John, how they all worked really well together. I like that when you can see how powers can kind of play off of one another and each person has their individual strengths. I don't know how I feel about Blink right now, because I do think she's cute and she's funny and she's got awesome powers. But my gut is telling me she's a plant. Like, as soon as she walked up to Marcos and started being like, oh, so where are we? How many people are here? And like, he gave her the exact location of where they are. I was like, she's just like not subtle enough asking these questions for me. Like, I feel like they did a good job of blending it in. So like, oh, she's asking questions that the audience has. But like, I'm just thinking she's a plant. I think the police like made a deal with her. They'll let her go because she already said she can't control her portal that well. So for her to actually get out of jail and get far enough away seems pretty unlikely. She also like was hiding in that building, but then the police came seemingly out of nowhere after she had gotten away from them. And then the biggest piece of evidence for me is that she knew about Marco's plan to go meet with the family, and she was the only other one that knew about it that would have called the cops. Because remember, Marcos was like, did you call the cops? And Reed was like, no, I wouldn't. And she's the only other one. And she also got John, who's the leader with Lorna of this little resistance of mutants, to go. And she was like, oh, I started feeling guilty, like I thought I should tell you. So I'm thinking it's too suspicious right now, and to get Lorna and John in custody would be a big win for the government, I feel like, because then they'd have the two leaders of this mutant underground resistance in custody. One of my favorite things about this show that they do so much differently than I thought they would is the sibling relationship between Andy and Lindsay, because I thought it would just obviously be antagonistic. I thought Lindsay would be kind of like a bitch to him, and like even when they went to the dance, I thought she would just like leave him and be like, whatever, blah blah. But she is the complete opposite of that. She's really sweet to him. He's nice to her. It's like they bicker, but it's like in a healthy, like, sibling teasing kind of way. Like, you can tell she really looks out for him and he really cares for her. And it was nice to see that. And then not only that, but also that I love that Lindsay is the one like in control of her powers. She's been hiding this secret kind of for so long, and Andy's the one struggling with it, and now she's the one that's kind of like, I'll help you, like I learned how to do it and I'm gonna teach you how to do this too, because I think it's just so great in that she is calm and collected and she's in control. She knows how to use these powers and she's confident in what she has, rather than just being like a sobbing mess I feel like some other shows would make her, you know. I feel like it's very interesting because it gives her a depth and a complexity that I feel like most female characters, when you discover superpowers, would not have had. So I like that she's already taken those steps and she's very, again, assured in knowing what she can do, and she's made peace with it, you know. She's not like freaking out like Andy is right now because she's already been through that, and I really, really like that because I was surprised. Like, when she started, like, doing the arm thing in the gym, I was like, wait, does she know about her powers? Because she's not acting, like, surprised or anything like that. So it was really great to see that. And then also that whole scene where she was trying to teach Andy how to use his powers with the vending machine was just so, so cute. Even when, like, she got hurt by the glass and he was like, I'm so sorry. And she's like, it's okay, it's okay. Like, she's just so patient with him. And he's so, like, willing to learn. I feel like, you know, he's not like just like brushing it off and being like, leave me alone. Like, he wants to work with it. So their dynamic, that whole scene outside the hotel was just so cute when she was like, I taught you how to swim, I can teach you how to do this. Like, I really, really love their dynamic, and I hope it stays as strong and nice as it is now, because it will break my heart if they start being pit against each other, because I think they're just so amazing and such a healthy sibling relationship to see on TV, you know, where most sibling relationships on TV, they're trying to poison or kill each other, but maybe that's just too much Game of Thrones in me, you know? So overall, I really, really like The Gifted. I think it was such a strong opening and such a strong premise of kind of feeling like it's a superhero show, but then also like you kind of have just like this fugitive, hunted kind of vibe to it. So they really play well, I think, with not overusing the CGI. Like Lorna's powers especially, I like how it's just like that little green stuff and then a lot of like hand movements and everything. And I'm just excited to see more of the mutants as we get going, because you know there's so many in the underground resistance that we just got glimpses of. I'm sure there's tons of Easter eggs. And speaking of Easter eggs, Stan Lee was in this episode. How cool was that? I was not expecting that at all. I don't know why. Overall, I'm just really, really happy with how this show started, because it met all my expectations, and I'm so excited to see where else it goes in the season. My predictions again, Blink, she's not on our side, and I think John, or at least someone outside of the family, is going to die by the end of the season, because there's just so many mutant characters right now, you know, that I feel like because they don't necessarily have that like tie that Gotham does, where Gotham has to keep certain characters alive. I feel like the stakes are definitely higher in this one. So we shall see. If you saw The Gifted, please feel free to leave your thoughts about it down below and your predictions for the rest of the season. Also, make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel down below to be told to make all sorts of new videos. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!